Can I invite Madhu now? She's the Vice President of the Society, and she will introduce Mr. Vineet Rai.
Good evening, everyone. Vineet has a lot of feathers in his cap, and I'll just take the liberty of mentioning a few. Vineet has over 14 years of experience in lending innovative interventions in the development sector, and he brings crucial hands into understanding the social development, venture capital, micro enterprises, and microfinance investments. Vineet is also the co-founder and chairman of IntelliCap, a leading social investment advisory firm. Vineet is also the founder of Aavishkaar Venture Management Services, the fund advisory company managing Aavishkaar, a unique micro-equity fund, as well as Aavishkaar Goodwill Microfinance Development Company, a fund focused on making investments in MFIs. Vineet is also been awarded Ashoka Fellowship in recognition of his contribution to the field of social entrepreneurship and life membership of XLRI Alumni Association. There may be big words in his bio, but I would like to say Vineet is a very, very simple person, and I think he just follows his passion and he speaks his mind. So, Vineet.
Thank you. So, I'm not actually sure what level of whether we are in kindergarten or in post-graduation as far as the knowledge of microfinance is concerned. So I thought instead of making a presentation, maybe we can have a chat across the board. I'm not sure what would you like to hear. So you want to know about microfinance, you want to know about poverty and its relationship with microfinance. You want to know about me, I can tell you about myself. Or anything else. So if you can actually give me some clues of what is it that interests you, it will actually be pretty useful.
In your knowledge, what are the different types of models for microfinance institutions in this part of Asia?
Asia.
Yes.
I'd like to know about opportunities which can be explored within microfinance.
Okay, so first let me answer these two questions, and maybe actually we can go forward as. So let me start with India, or let me start with Asia. So Asia broadly follows Grameen model, which is exactly what Professor Yunus in some sense discovered. I will follow a very simple approach. So there are 2 or 3 parts to it. One, you form a group of women which actually stand guarantee to each other, essentially called the peer group. And the idea is that if people are coming from the same village, not from the same family, they know each other, therefore understand the challenges that they face, and therefore know the credibility of every person who is seeking a loan. So they actually can be a very good, effective evaluator rather than the loan officer doing that evaluation. Because they stand guarantee for each other, they also know that in case somebody is defaulting for reasons beyond genuine reasons, they can actually hold that person accountable. The third part is they all stand guarantee to each other, so to make sure that the money comes back, in case somebody is defaulting, that group has to help them. So this is really how the Grameen model started. And as actually, because it is simple, scalable, and very effective, across Asia, most of Asia, you would find Grameen model. So Grameen model largely, till some 2 years back, $200 was the extreme actually. Today people do go up to $400, but $200 was really a very high number. In basics case, they can go up to as high as thousands, in some cases $2,000 as well. The third microfinance model, which is actually slowly getting prevalent, is the individual lending model, which largely, you can see it in Eastern Europe and you can see it in Latin America. In India, it is slowly getting prevalent, and a large number of large top-end MFIs have around 10%, 12% of their portfolios now standing on individual lending. Arguments are that people who have gone through 5,000 rupees, 10,000 rupees, or $100, $200, or $500 actually need maybe $10,000, and if you need $10,000, maybe the group structure cannot provide a guarantee, because really, why would I actually take the risk So it's the group peer pressure that may actually break down at a certain size, and therefore individual lending is a better model. Opportunities in microfinance. So opportunities of feeling good, very high. Opportunities of changing poverty equations, very low. You really don't take people out of poverty. I actually equate microfinance to putting a man on a treadmill and putting a juice bottle in his mouth and making him run on the treadmill and hope that he gains weight. Obviously he won't. So microfinance is an extremely effective tool to deal with the poor, because if you go to a poverty-stricken person for 3 generations and tell him that, why don't you send your children to school? He said, sir, give me some money, I'll send them to school. Why don't you feed them well? They will become strong, they will earn more money, give me some money. And then here a microfinance guy goes and says, hey, I'll give you money, do whatever you feel like. Of course, it's a very good starting point, icebreaker, brilliant. So the opportunity to break ice with poverty, great. Taking people out of poverty, very difficult. Next to impossible, if not impossible. Making money looks very good right now, at least in India. What else? Jobs, right now booming in India. For people with very low education, doing very well. For those from banking background looking for some excitement. For those who are in banking background, bored of what they are doing in banking and looking for entrepreneurial spirit, extremely good. For fund managers who actually have no option and have been working as investment bankers, very good opportunity. So, extremely opportunistically, very good for people right now.
So why are you involved then?
Well, I'm involved for all these opportunities.
Oh, these are.
When you invest in MFIs, how do you choose which are the better MFIs on the rest?
So we have a very straightforward philosophy. I raised my first fund on 2 hypotheses. One, that we will make Series A, or we will be the first investor, basically. So we're very proud of being the first investor. And the second thing we said is, and this was again a hypothesis, I said most of microfinance is in Andhra Pradesh, at that time Karnataka was available as well. So we will go and pick those guys who are actually troubled by what they are doing in their banks and others, give them a little bit dose of entrepreneurship, provide them a little bit of support system, and give them some money, and hope and pray they make a lot of money.
So there has been a considerable talk about reducing the cost of capital, and this is an issue with Cambodia as well, is that in both the cases, the microfinance companies are not allowed to mobilize savings, which would be a significant factor in reducing the cost of capital. What is the issue with the Indian government as well as some of the other governments in taking deposits? I mean, with microfinance companies taking deposits, what's the issue?
There's no issue. They're saying you have to be not-for-profit to have deposits. You're for-profit, don't take deposits. Or become a bank. So its position, they have had bad experience with non-banking financial companies taking deposits in the past. And regulators don't forget bad experiences. So they basically said, if you are in this legal form, don't take deposits. And they are trying to encourage different kinds of laws like correspondent banking, etc., which they have picked up from Latin America to introduce in India and try to actually learn from that and improve things. From the banking perspective, then again they made some certain amendments that they have disallowed non-banking financial companies to even pay correspondents to the bank as well. They also made a limitation that within 15 kilometers of the bank branch, which effectively means there is no correspondent banking.